What's going on, everybody? AMF1534 here, doing a little update video for you guys today. I've got something important to talk about, but until we get to that part, I just want to let all you guys know that Avengers is finally here. It's going to be super tight, man. I've been waiting for this movie ever since, well, the last one got done. And so a bunch of friends and I are going to go check it out here in a little under 2 hours. And it's going to be super tight, man. I've seen all the different teaser trailers for it, and everything that I've seen so far just looks completely awesome. And so I even went to Walmart and picked up my shirt for the occasion for the everyday low price of like $8.17 or something weird, because we all know that Walmart has pricing that makes absolutely no sense at all. But it's actually a really tight shirt, though. It's got pretty much everybody on it. I could definitely do without having Captain America be front and center there, but it totally has Vision on it, and that's super tight. The only guy that's missing from this roster, believe it or not, is Ultron, which is weird considering that he's like the main character of the movie, but yeah, what do you do? It's still a really tight shirt, and it actually fits me. I can't even say enough about the fact that I found a shirt that actually fits me, because I've got a long-ass torso, and that makes buying shirts an absolute living hell all of the time. And now it's not, so hey, it's awesome. But that's not why I brought you guys here. I could have talked about that at any point, and it was on my mind at the moment, so I brought it up. But here's the real thing. Here's the skinny on the situation. So if you guys have been paying attention in the last couple of weeks, then you would know that I'm in the market for buying a new PC. I'm going to finally retire this wonderful piece of machinery that I've been using every single day of my life for the last 8 years and change. I figured it was finally time for an upgrade. And so what I decided to do last night was I took a trip up to Fry's Electronics up in Wilsonville, about 30 miles away. And I went and talked with the guys in their computer department. And essentially what's going to happen is those guys are going to build my computer for me. I told them everything that I'm going to be using it for, and so they kind of helped me compile a list of all the parts that I'm going to need for this little adventure of mine. And so the only thing that I have to do at this point now is pay for the parts, and then I'm going to pay a small fee and have those guys build it for me right there on site. And it's going to be awesome. I figure it'd be a way better idea to fork out just a little bit extra cash to have guys that do this every day for a living build it for me instead of me doing it myself, considering that I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's going to be pretty tight. And let me just say right now that this is going to be such a gargantuan upgrade over what I have right now. Like, it's not even funny. Well, actually, it is kind of funny. Like, I can't tell you all the specific specs right now because I don't have them on hand, but like, it is going to make every facet of both just like my YouTube stuff and just my daily life that I use for my computer so much easier in every way. I can't even stress it enough. Like, a side-by-side comparison of the machine I'm using compared to the one that I'm going to have, it's just going to be just a like a night and day difference in what's going to be going on. So I can't wait. So what's going to happen is I get paid in a week. And because I'm a little bit short on funds right now for this thing, it was going to be a little bit more than I thought, but not by very much, not by very much at all. So when I get paid in about a week, then after that, when I have some free time, I'll go up there and have them do the dirty deed for me, and all will be awesome. However, what that is going to do in the meantime, until I have that thing in my possession, is I'm going to have to change things around for my uploading schedule for a couple of weeks until I'm able to do this. And this is really unorthodox. Oh god, it tastes like pizza. Oh boy, pizza tastes wonderful, by the way, but not when you're having it go this direction. never a good thing to do. So it's a very unorthodox thing I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be really weird. But I have a reason. Don't worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily suspend 2 of my 3 active projects. I'm going to temporarily suspend Crash Bandicoot 2 and Half-Life 2. And I know this is an absolute bummer because I'm really enjoying both of those series a lot since I started them. But here's my reasoning for why I'm doing this. And there's 2 different reasons. The first reason... got a dry throat right now. The first reason is that for both of those 2 series, I use different editing software for that than what I do for Grand Theft Auto. I use Movie Studio Platinum for both of these guys. And it's very resource intensive. And one problem that I've had, and you guys have noticed it for both of these series, is that I've had issues at times with the videos that come out when I'm done rendering these things. You saw it once in Half-Life 2. where at one point during the video, just the screen just went black for like a minute and a half, just for no real reason at all. And then in Crash Bandicoot 2, you've noticed that there's like occasional things with like audio and video desync, and there's issues with like the very end of a video just kind of like cutting off like 5 seconds before like, you know, my audio cuts out, and just like all these different little random things. And I feel the reason why I feel that that's happening is that there's just not enough horsepower in this thing to really be able to handle that, you know, intense of a task, you know, regularly, obviously. And so there's just problems that are coming out of it. And so what I want to do is, I feel like for both of those series so far, that I've not been producing the best possible video that I can, you know, because we've been having these types of problems, or with like, you know, especially with like Crash Bandicoot. That's the one that's really been more of a problem than the other ones, where I'll upload one and like then there's desync in there, so I have to pull it down and re-render it again and then upload it again, and there's still a problem somewhere, and you know, things just aren't really the way that I want it, and I feel like I'm not producing the best thing that I can put out there for you guys. Same thing with Half-Life. It hasn't been as bad with that one, but there's still been issues there that I've really wanted to, you know, I just want to be able to have better quality stuff for you guys. And so I figure, you know, if I just wait until I have my new computer, that won't really be a problem at all going forward with that, because I'll easily have more than the amount of resources that I'll need to be able to render these videos easily and efficiently without having problems come up. So that's what I want to do with those. And I feel bad because I know there's a lot of you guys that are enjoying both of those series, and I am too. And I know that it sucks to just be like, hey, you guys can't watch these for a little while because I'm not going to make them for a couple of weeks. But I promise in the long run, once I'm able to use, you know, my better equipment for that, it's going to be so much better. So I do apologize for having to pause these for now, but it's what I've got to do. And so with that, it now leaves one active series. I have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on deck here. And so this is what I'm going to do, and this is kind of a weird thing, but I want to make a really big push to try to finish my GTA San Andreas series within the next 2 weeks. And I know that sounds pretty wild, but I think it's totally doable. I mean, as it is right now, we're sitting like, you know, 50 plus episodes into this, and I did a little bit of research on GTA Wiki today, and we're doing the export mission right now, and that's going to take just a little bit of extra time. Then there's one mission left in San Fierro, where we're at right now, and then after that we're going to the desert area, where there's 9 missions in there. And then from there we go to Las Venturas. I've got the thing on my screen over here. We go to Las Venturas. There's a fairly sizable amount of missions there. And then after that we go back to Los Santos for the final missions in the game. So, I mean, we're not like terribly far away. I think that in the span of 2 weeks I can totally knock that out. I really do. So I want to be able to devote all of my time to finish up that series before I go and buy this new computer. Because I was thinking, if I go and get this new computer, I'm going to have to reinstall the game, and I'm going to have to, you know, spend the time playing my way all the way back up through the game again to get to whatever spot that I'm in at that time. And I figured what I could do is I could just finish out the series before I go buy the damn thing. That way I can totally eliminate that entire part of the process, because if I go and buy this new computer, I'll have to, you know, use, I'm using Windows Movie Maker for that, so I'd have to, you know, bring the files over onto this new computer, and the version of Movie Maker that would be on this new computer would be different than the one that I have, so I'd have to, like, kind of redo everything in there to get my template the way that I had it. It's either that or I'd be using like Movie Studio Platinum for it, and I'd have to totally remake the template all over again. And I figure I might as well just work with what I have right now, since we don't really have a ton left to do in the first place, and just knock it out. And so when we come back with my brand new computer, I'll be able to just jump right back into Crash Bandicoot 2 and Half-Life 2, and a brand new series on top of that, because when we get done with GTA, I'll have room to insert another series right off the bat there. So it's going to be awesome. I think that it's really going to be a cool thing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's how this is going to shape up for the next couple of weeks. Really going to make that strong push to try to get this all done. So you will be seeing a lot of GTA San Andreas for the next 10 to 14 days. But I think in that period of time I can totally do it. So I really thank you guys for being patient with all this. I know that it's for some of you guys this is a massive bummer. For some of you guys this is going to be totally awesome for all you dedicated GTA guys out there. So I just I hope that this doesn't cause any loss of subscribers or anything. I hope you guys can understand that I'm really just trying to do this a certain way so that when I have when I get done with this process, we'll have all the best equipment to work with, and that things will get back into the swing of things, and it's all going to be the best that I can possibly give you. So just until then, everybody, just letting you know what's going on. My throat is really dry right now. I need to go get a glass of water because it's driving me crazy. But that's what's going on. Until then, I'm going to go check out this Avengers movie. Got to go pick up a couple of people and go get some snacks. So that time has come, my friends. Thanks for being awesome. I really appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are the coolest. And I will see you back on the videos. So bye, everybody.